The game ain't based on sympathy. I'll leave it at that.
Hey yo, what's up YouTube, man? It's your boy Axton Jackson. And in today's video, Dallas Cowboys joint practice that they had today against the Los Angeles Rams. And we're going to be going over, the Connor Williams and Aaron Donald fight. The Ceedee Lamb, when he not really routed up, but he had a nice route against Jalen Ramsey. So we'll break down the Maurice Kennedy pick against Matthew Stafford. And then we're also our last topic that we're going to go over, ranking by Bleacher Report posted. Somebody from Bleacher Report got a top 5 wide receiver list from somebody, and they put it up and they posted it. So we're going to go over that as our last topic. But yeah, man, let's head into this video. Hey man, so right here, Dak Prescott, he's still not throwing right now in training camp. So as you guys just seen on the screen right there, you saw Michael Gallup, Moss, Darius or Darren Williams. He's like a 5'8" corner, so that wasn't really much of a competition anyway, because Darius Williams, I think his name is, last year he was a really solid number 2 corner opposite of Jalen Ramsey last year, and they were really tight cornerback duo last year. And Garrett Gilbert just played, put the ball up where the kid can't get it, and he threw it up to Michael Gallup, and he just simply mossed over Darius Williams, man. There's really not much really to break down there. So heading into the next clip, here's Maurice Kennedy. You have Matthew Stafford most likely on a bootleg rolling out to the left side of the field, and he seemed probably with a tight end leaking out like a Tyler. Oh no, that was a Cooper Kupp. So Cooper Kupp was on the leaking on like a little drag route, passing the line of scrimmage. And then Maurice Kennedy broke off that route, and he played up on top where he was trying to throw, where Matthew Stafford was trying to throw to Tyler Higbee. And Maurice Kennedy, he over there lurked it, got a pick, And not really breaking down Maurice Kennedy, but the cornerback situation in Dallas right now it's really good competition, because right now, number 1, you got obviously Trevon Diggs, Kelvin Joseph. Everyone says that he would have been a number 1 overall, not a number 1 overall, but Kelvin Joseph would have been selected in the first round if it wasn't for us off the field this year. And he's a really nice corner, fiery competitor. Obviously, you have to have that when you're back there playing DB, but he locked up Devonta Smith, and Devonta Smith is in division. He got drafted to the Eagles, so that's going to be a nice little match between those two. And Kelvin Joseph, man, a lot of times at these pro days, in his pro day number, I think he ran like a 4.3 or like a 4.2, something like that. But Kelvin Joseph, he's not slow. And then Kelvin Joseph is listed at 6'1", but he might be 5'11", 6'1". So Kelvin Joseph, he's going to be our cornerback number 2. Cornerback number 3 it's an entanglement right now, because it's a battle between 3 people. Either Maurice Kennedy right here, who you just saw, picked off Matthew Stafford. He's been balling out. This is his 4th added pick during camp just alone. Then he balled out in the Hall of Fame game a couple days ago. I hit a tackle for loss, he had a pass breakup, and things like that. So Maurice Kennedy is balling, and more than likely it looks like he's going to be starting in the slot. And then now it looks like who's going to be who's probably not going to make the roster, I believe, is Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown regressed ever since his rookie year. He hasn't really gotten a lot better since then. And then right now we can save us some money if we let go of Anthony Brown anyway. So I think Anthony Brown might just get cut, and we just save us a couple million. The most funny thing about this thing is not the clip itself, is that Connor Williams has seen the best defensive player. Like Aaron Donald, you can say, has been the best defensive player for the past 5 to 6 years easily. There's no debate. You can't even argue that. He's won three defensive player of the years the past 4 years. That's really great right there. And then he had a 20.5 sack season in 2018. Like, this man is really a monster, and this is the best defensive player I've ever seen. Because I went to the greatest Monday night of all time between the Chiefs and the Rams, and when he went bonkers and he got a strip sack on Mahomes. I seen him against my team in a playoff game in the second round. He obliterated Joe Looney and picked him up and tackled Zeke. It was just crazy, man. Aaron Donald's really a dog. But the crazy thing is that Connor Williams, he got drafted in 2018, got in the same draft, with Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson. I was at that draft. And drafted, he literally had this matchup against Aaron Donald. So I know they don't like each other because Aaron Donald and Connor Williams always had great fights because we played them Connor Williams' rookie year in the playoffs against Aaron Donald. Then we played him the following year, and we whooped him there in Dallas in Jerry's World. We whooped on them there, and then we played them last year, week 1. Aaron Donald won that matchup, and then right now in the joint practice, it's a back and forth matchup, and Connor Williams won this fight, but it doesn't really matter because it's just a trenches fight. Every time the Cowboys and Rams joint up, there's always a fight you can look at when Dez fought that DB. Expect a fight or two out of the Cowboys and Rams. Routing up Jalen Ramsey. But I love Jalen Ramsey, man. He to me is the best cornerback in the NFL. See that cushion between Jalen Ramsey and Ceedee Lamb? I'm not giving one either or. These are both really great players. Ceedee Lamb is a young, upcoming superstar. Jalen Ramsey's already a solidified top number 1 cornerback in the NFL. He's always been a top cornerback when he came in as a rookie in 2016. He did an amazing route. Caught up. He did it in and out. He ran the route inside. It broke out on the outside and caught a pass and things like that. I like these guys. They're taking a lot of plays off. They don't want to get hurt because obviously we're going to need a lot. Rams they're going to need their guys, and we're going to need our guys for the season. So NFL reps. They always want to go 100%, but they don't want to go too hard. So there's no injuries. But I love this play between both. Ceedee Lamb, who won this rep, and yeah, it was a great battle. I like that topic of the video, man. If you made it this far into the video, man, thank you. And I like for you guys to like, comment, subscribe. Leave your opinions on what I'm saying and things like that. If I'm always welcoming. We can always argue about anything I'm saying, or if we can always prolong the discussion in the comment section, we can always do that. So if you made it to this far in the video, again, thank you. Just make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, things like that. Yeah, so, okay. So I remember earlier in the video when I said that Bleacher Report, Gridiron, whatever, they got this list from somebody and they posted it as this to have a nice little debate. Because I remember before they always do I remember they had a whole week of who's linebacker U, DBU, wide receiver U in college and things like that. So Bleacher Report, they always love posting a crazy list up. Not saying this list is crazy, but they like putting up lists and have people debate and argue, and there's super long debates and everything like that. So right here's the top 5 list with the top 5. This guy's opinions. This was his top 5s receiving core in the NFL. As you can see, you got the Cowboys at 1, which is it's not really surprising because ESPN, I believe a couple weeks ago, they even placed the Cowboys at 2. So it's not really unrealistic for them to put them at 1, but I can understand why people are mad. As a lot of people were. All you got to do is scroll 2. You only got to scroll a couple lines down, and you're already going to see people with memes like, "What are you smoking? What type of list is this?" and things like that. Because anytime a Cowboy player or any Cowboy is at ranked number 1 against anybody else, there's always going to be a debate. So, right here, you got the Cowboys number 1 with Coop, Ceedee Lamb, Gallup. You guys already know the top 3. Number 2, Evans, Godwin, AB. Those to me, the second with the Bucks, the Evans, Godwin, and AB. Those 3 are individually they're really great wide receivers. But last year they were good. But last year they didn't really tear nobody up. There wasn't with the number 1, Cooper, Ceedee, and Gallup. Like I said, I'm right now, as I'm about to say, Dallas, I won't put them number 1 because they one thing that at least the Bucks did, they went to the Super Bowl and they went there and they won the Super Bowl, and their top 3 was great and everything like that. But their top three wasn't their top three. Like Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown, they didn't have big playoff games, and they didn't have big games in the regular season to where you're like, ooh, watch out for Tampa Bay's wide receiver core. Mike Evans did solid. Scotty Miller was a really underappreciated type of receiver that they had. He was a great receiver that took top off any defense, you know, and that was Tom Brady's favorite wide receiver to throw to. But like I said, the Bucs are 2. I don't really think they should be there. I think they should be 1, and I would rank the Cowboys 2. But I don't really have a problem with the other 3. I would probably rank the Titans a little bit higher because I believe that Julio, to me, is number 1 wide receiver. Because of recency bias, you're not going to put him at number 1. You're going like a Devontae Adams or a D-Hop or a Tyreek Hill. Somebody might put in those top 3. But to me, Julio Jones is still my number 1 wide receiver. And if you talk to a lot of experts or NFL players, they will still put Julio in their top 3. So I would rank the Titans a little bit higher. Bengals, not bad. Not bad, but they're really young. You know, Tyler Boyd is a really cool slot receiver, outside receiver. You know, he can do it, and he can go inside, outside. I like him. T. Higgins was tight last year, man. He was Joe Burrow's obviously favorite wide receiver to throw to. They faced each other off in the national championship a couple years ago. That was a good. It was a blowout towards the end, you know, that LSU matchup. But you know, T. Higgins, he knows what Joe Burrow is about. So T. Higgins, he's nice. He had a couple great catches last year, and he was really solid. He was when AJ Green was, you know, in his, you know, AJ Green has been injury prone for about the past 2 to 3 years. So you know, when AJ Green was out, T. Higgins, he stepped up big time for the Cincinnati Bengals, and he became the number 1 easily. So I like T. Higgins. Jamar Chase, easily the best college football wide receiver 2-3 years ago. As a lot of people were saying it was between him, you know, Jettas, and then Ceedee Lamb. Those were the top 3, in my opinion, of college football that year. Top 5 right now because they're really young, and we haven't really seen what their full potential can be like. You know, same thing with Dallas. We don't know what their full potential can be like. We know what Gallup and Cooper look like with themselves because we at least seen about 3 to 4 years of them already. So let's see what CeeDee Lamb does in his year 2. And I believe what CeeDee Lamb has been doing in camp and what he's been doing, all these one-handed catches and things like that, and making these spectacular catches against our DBs. You know, hopefully that CeeDee Lamb, not hopefully, but I believe that CeeDee Lamb, he will take a big year 2 jump, and hopefully you get Dak Prescott for 17 games. And look what CeeDee Lamb did. He had 984 yards with 4 different quarterbacks. He had Dak for 4.5 games, Dalton, he had Ben DiNucci, and he had Garrett Gilbert. He had 984 yards, and obviously he got more than that because of like jet sweeps and touch passes and things like that. So CeeDee Lamb, he got a couple more. So he ended up getting like 10, 16. He ended up getting 1,000 scrimmage yards. Can easily get 1,000 yards. I believe CeeDee Lamb can do that with a fully healthy Dak Prescott and things like that. So, and then going over the Rams, they have a really solid number 3 too. If they all stay healthy, Cooper Kupp, really solid, really good wide receiver. Robert Woods, underrated too. And then you got Deshaun Jackson. If he stays healthy, he's obviously somebody who can take top off the defense. Me as a Cowboys fan, I know a thing or two about that. So this top 5, it can be rearranged. I believe the Bucs should be 1. I'm fine with the Cowboys at 2. Rams at 3. I believe the Titans should be 4 or 3 maybe. That's up for debate because if the Titans had a better slot receiver other than I believe that's Josh Reynolds. I believe he used to play for the Rams, I believe, and the Titans ended up signing him as a slot. If they had a better slot receiver, maybe if they would have kept like an Adam Humphries or something like that, maybe the Titans would be up a little bit higher. Bengals, I wouldn't put in just yet. I'll put somebody like Arizona, even though I know a lot of people are calling the retirement home of receivers, or if you take the receiving core back 10 years ago, this would be the best wide receiver core, you know, because they have Larry Fitzgerald, AJ Green, and things like that. But I would definitely put Arizona up here because you have D-Hop. To me, he's tied number 1 with Julio, to me, as the best wide receiver in the league. Then you have, you know, AJ Green, who's still solid red zone threat. You know, you don't want everyone to put a smaller DB on AJ Green, things like that. And then you got Christian Kirk, speedster, take top off the defense, big play wide receiver. So I would put Arizona maybe at 5 and take out the Bengals I'll put them still in the top 10, but not top 5 to me. So, you know, I would rearrange this top 5 list. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. That's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. See you guys later. Bye.